Today's story is about the reversal. Detective Harry Bosch had always been one to trust his instincts, but when a retrial was granted for the case of Jessica Hall, the young girl who had been kidnapped, sexually assaulted, and murdered, Harry found himself questioning his abilities. He had been sure that Jason Jessup, a former gang member, was the man responsible for the crime, and yet new DNA evidence had cast doubt on his conviction. Harry was called in to work with the prosecution team on the retrial, led by his half-brother, defense attorney Mickey Haller. The two had a complicated relationship, with Mickey representing some of the most notorious criminals in Los Angeles. Their differing approaches to the law often put them at odds with each other, but they both had one goal in mind: to ensure that justice was served for Jessica Hall and her family. As the trial progressed, Harry began to have doubts about his original investigation. He was haunted by the memory of Jessica's parents, who had begged him to find their daughter's killer. Harry knew that he had to get to the truth, no matter the cost. Mickey, on the other hand, was convinced of Jessup's innocence. He had a theory that Jessica's murder was connected to a string of other crimes, and he was determined to prove it in court. But as he dug deeper into the case, Mickey began to realize that the truth was much more complicated than he had originally thought. Meanwhile, Maggie McPherson, a young attorney on Mickey's team, was struggling to find her place in the high-stakes world of criminal law. She had always been drawn to the idea of fighting for justice, but she was beginning to see the darker side of the legal system. As she worked on the Jessup case, Maggie found herself questioning her own beliefs and motivations. As the trial continued, tensions between Harry and Mickey began to rise. Both men were determined to prove their respective cases, and neither was willing to back down. But when a key witness unexpectedly changed their testimony, everything changed. As the case approached its climax, the three attorneys found themselves facing a shocking revelation. The true killer was someone none of them had suspected, and the evidence had been right in front of them the whole time. In a stunning reversal, the jury found Jessup not guilty, and the case was closed. As Harry and Mickey walked out of the courthouse, both men felt a sense of relief and satisfaction. They had done their jobs, and justice had been served. But they also knew that the case had taken a toll on them, and that they would never be the same again. Maggie, meanwhile, was left to grapple with the realization that justice wasn't always clear-cut. She had learned that the legal system was flawed, and that sometimes the truth was elusive. But she had also discovered a passion for the law that would stay with her for the rest of her life. In the end, the reversal was a reminder that justice was not always black and white. Sometimes it required a willingness to see beyond preconceived notions and to embrace the complexity of the world around us. Harry, Mickey, and Maggie had all been changed by the case, but they had also come out stronger, wiser, and more determined to fight for what was right. Thanks for watching our video. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon so you won't miss any update from our channel.